So start with Mangalacharan. It's on the screen. You can repeat behind me. One line I will say, you can repeat. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Raghunathan Vitam Sahagana Raghunathan Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarishya Pasindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yad kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So we are beginning for the second session of second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita course. So we are dedicating today's session to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who, with his profound understanding of Bhagavad Gita, benefited whole humanity. Till now, we have seen from the chapter 1 that how Arjuna was caught in the crisis. We also get caught into crisis many times in our life, isn't it? We have so many crises. We have job crisis, money crisis, we have COVID crisis, we have economical crisis, recession, this, that, you know. So many crises we face. Such same similar kind of crisis Arjuna was facing. And in this scenario, when Arjuna was perplexed in his duties, this science of Bhagavad Gita helped him to come out confidently. Same way, this Bhagavad Gita can help us also in our life, where we are also facing such kind of crisis. Some relationship crisis, emotional crisis, you know. All these crises, whenever we are in trouble, we can get a light from Bhagavad Gita. Shanmukh Prabhu. When Prabhuji comes after the class, before starting, you can introduce him with the 1 minute speech. Sure. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So Bhagavad Gita is a light for all of us. And now we are understanding when Arjuna gave up this any hopes in the life, he was almost in the tears. We have seen Bhagavad Gita in last chapter. At the end, Arjuna had given up his bow and arrow and just sat down there in the war field, exactly in the middle of the war field, and everybody was watching how helpless, how depressed Arjuna is. And there is the entry of our hero Krishna, and he starts talking to Krishna, and that's where Bhagavad Gita starts. Bhagavad Gita starts with second chapter. Krishna starts speaking there. So acronym for second chapter is Gita. Gita. This word summarizes whole chapter. G stands for Guru. How Arjuna takes Krishna as the Guru. And the instruction starts, where Krishna starts speaking. First topic that Krishna takes up is the identity of us. And then he speaks about the duties, two dharmas. Dharma stands for the duty, not for the religion here. Wherever Bhagavad Gita speaks of, wherever in Bhagavad Gita the word dharma comes, it translates into duty, not a religion. And roughly duties, but not religion at all any place. Dharma has a different meanings, but what Bhagavad Gita speaks of is duties. And then at the end, Krishna speaks about what is the higher taste, Anand, for which whole life, whole world is running behind. So before starting here, Arjuna's doubts were there. Arjuna had so many doubts. Why I don't want to fight? He gave so many reasons. And finally, in this chapter, Arjuna gives a reason. If you can see, he gives a reason that if I kill my elderly seniors, teachers, and by that, if I get some kingdom or maybe even kingdom of heaven, that will be, full of sin. There is a contrast Arjuna speaks about. The Swarga, who goes to Swarga? Who has done lots of punya. So he is killing somebody, and he's telling, after killing somebody, even if I get the kingdom of Swarga, it is full of sin. You know? So it is true, definitely. He has to kill his seniors. And that's why it was definitely a sin. You have seen in our culture, the rising our voice even against our senior is considered to be forbidden. बड़ों के सामने आवाज भी नहीं उठा सकते हम लोग, है ना. जब बड़े आते हैं तो उनको मारने की तो बात ही अलग है. Hitting and killing them, it's completely unthinkable. Arjuna had to do that same thing, to kill his seniors. And that's why Arjuna is saying, this is completely unthinkable for me to shoot arrows on my guru and my beloved grandfather Bhishma. And that same kind of generation we have seen. So many people of that generation were fighting against Pandavas. And there he says, he gives up his bow and arrow, and he's almost in the tears, not almost, he's crying actually in front of Krishna, and he's telling, I cannot understand what's my duty. And he says these words. You can see these words, right? From behind? Okay. We'll recite this shloka. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prachami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yachreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme Shishyasteham shantimam tvam prapannam. Somebody can read a translation? Translation reading. Yeah, Mataji will read. Give the mic.
Hare Krishna. Now I am confused about my duty and I have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Hare Krishna. Okay. First, before we go ahead, one small question to all of you. Okay. Arjuna got stuck somewhere. We also get stuck somewhere. All of you are working, or maybe you are doing something, and maybe in the life there comes a problematic situation. You don't know what to do. In a job itself, you will get stuck into such a situation that project is going to get failed. है ना? पूरा खराब होने वाला है, सत्यानाश. And in this situation, an inevitable situation, and where you don't know how to do or what to do in the relationship, in the project, or maybe in anything while finding a way or whatever. In this situation where you don't know what to do, what you do? Options. Can somebody say?
Advice of someone
Yeah.
who is experienced.
First thing is the advice, or you search in Google. Did you search in Google?
Yeah.
Google is God na these days. First comes, अरे कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो just Google कर लो. है ना? Okay, Google करते हैं और क्या करते हैं? Take the advice or keep on struggling. Mathematics के problem ना. Sometimes you get mathematics high level का problem. You keep struggling. Sometimes you will get answer. Do you do like that? Or you Google it? Or you just ask your teacher? Or you just give up? अरे ये छोड़ दो, ये प्रॉब्लम अपने बस का है ही नहीं. Just quit it. है ना? स्कूल में तो कर सकते हो. जॉब में? Do you quit the job when you not able to solve the problems? Do you drop the situation? है ना? होता है IITs वगैरह में बहुत लोग करते हैं ना. बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स होती है. हर एक IIT में ना एक बंदा हर एक साल में कोई ना कोई क्विट कर लेता है. क्विट मतलब वो वाला क्विट नहीं, वो कौन सा वाला मूवी था वो हमारा, वो 3 Idiots वाला क्विट, आई क्विट, वो वाला क्विट, है ना. इसीलिए IITs में हम लोग प्रीच करते हैं कि भाई एटलीस्ट ऐसे केसेस कम हो, है ना. So pressure, immense pressure होता है. We don't give the results as per we desire, and then we get frustrated and depressed. What do? First option A, search Google. Option B, and now you can raise your hands ना, A B C D करके. Okay. Who will rely on Google? Who will rely on the Google in the situation? Very few. No, nobody, huh? Okay. Who will quit the job? Very few, nobody. Problem उसका नहीं है. Problem is not with this one, with the speaker only.
The problem is
उसको भी कुछ नहीं है. उसको यहाँ पे लगा देता हूँ. Please bear with us. The speaker is like that. हाँ? यही यूज हो रहा है. हाँ, ठीक है. Okay. So most ideal situation will be taking guidance from some senior authority in the offices. You know, whenever we are stuck in the problem, we just escalate it towards the seniors, isn't it? We have a word called escalation, and sometimes escalation goes to the down also. But the escalation goes up also. Many times we have a problem, we just send it forward. We will ask seniors to step in and give a solution, and that is the best thing. When we have the problems, we take. The most intelligent is to take guidance from somebody who is more experienced in the life. Okay. So that's what Arjuna is doing. He is taking guidance from Krishna. So it looks very easy to go and take guidance from somebody, but it is not so easy. You know? Imagine you are Sachin Tendulkar and you don't know how to play bouncers. It happened with Sachin Tendulkar once. You remember, right? It happened. And such a kind of defame. Sachin Tendulkar doesn't know how to play bouncer. Henry Olanka is putting bouncer and about every time he's taking wicket of Sachin Tendulkar. That's all. And Sachin Tendulkar could not sleep. Such a kind of defamation. Same kind of Arjuna. Arjuna is the world's best archer, best warrior. And this person gets confused in his life. And will he accept his limitations? Yes, I don't know how to play bouncer. He would have quit. He would have done suicide also. The god of cricket doesn't know how to play bouncer. And Arjuna kind of a person, he got confused. Such a kind of defamation. And he say, I don't know. Many people feel shy to accept that they don't know. I don't know ये शब्द उनके मुंह में आता ही नहीं है. बहुत शर्म आती है बोलना कि मुझे नहीं पता या फिर मैंने गलती कर दी है. I have done a mistake. Very rare. People will accept that they whatever they like, whatever problems are there, they will accept it. But I can do a mistake. Nobody can accept. मैं गलती कर ही नहीं सकता. मुझ में कुछ कमी है. I have something short. That is something which is intolerable. They can tolerate hunger. They can tolerate anything, cold, सब कुछ tolerate कर लेंगे. But I have something less difficult. है ना, एक बार husband wife जा रहे थे, and they were searching. They were going to some relatives, first time somewhere, and they lost the way. And they were rounding. Wife को समझ में आ गया इनको रास्ता नहीं मिल रहा है. And he's asking, husband is asking, she was asking, अरे do you know really where is the house? Husband is like, I know. Many times I come here. Actually, he was not coming. Such a kind of a thing. So this is the situation happens in our life many times. So what is that which stops us from accepting that I have something less? Maybe I am doing a mistake. What is that which stops us from accepting that I am not perfect? Can you say something? Ego. So the ego is the most important enemy, most severe enemy for us in the progress. It stops us. Class चल रही है, and in the class, usual, nothing is there. Just leave it off. We have to bear with this. है ना? Okay. Okay. So happens. What I was thinking. Okay. In the class चल रही है. In the school, students they will understand very easily this. The class चल रही है. Teacher is explaining some theorem kind of thing, and one step he just gets lost, and after that whole explanation is completely blank. कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Somewhere in the steps he's completely lost, and whole this one is, and he's feeling shy to raise his hand. Sir, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. And they'll say, अरे अगर मैं if I raise my hand, what children will say, what my fellow will say, अरे इसको कुछ नहीं आता, अरे बुद्धू है, ये मूर्ख है. And what happens? This theorem goes blank. Sir opens new page. Second theorem goes completely blank. Third theorem also goes blank. And whole subject becomes blank. And that becomes least interested subject in the life. Why? In one class, he shied to raise his hand. एक बार उसने हाथ ऊपर उठा के पूछने के लिए शर्म करी, पूरा सब्जेक्ट उसका डूब गया, है ना? मैथमेटिक्स was such a kind of subject, but he could not crack it. For just small query, he could not ask, and whole life he was regretting then. Of course, अरे इंजीनियर नहीं बन पाया मैं, है ना? So to overcome that, we have to overcome this ego. We have to accept that I don't understand. We have to forget that people will laugh on us. We have to ask this question. We have to be courageous to accept our situation, and that's what Arjuna did.
Maybe just few minutes, let's try.
With this, इसका उसका कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. ये लाइव के लिए है, ये इसके लिए.
देखो जब मैं वहाँ से
Try
करी थी
कीजिए.
तो चल रहा था थोड़ा सा जब मैं उधर से कर रही थी ना आवाज़ आ रही थी अच्छी.
टेक इट आउट. लाइट नहीं चले. वो नीचे.
बोल रहे हो ना तभी प्रॉब्लम आ रही है.
तो उसको लिए बैटरी चाहिए मुझे.
ये बैटरी चाहिए? हाँ, ठीक है, 2 मिनट.
बैटरी लगा दी.
फिर कैसे लगेगा?
हरे कृष्ण.
नहीं ये दूर से होगा आपका क्योंकि वो यहाँ से यूज
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम राम. कब?
अभी जब मैं कर रही थी तब डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं आ रहा
श्लोका के टाइम पे ना, श्लोका के टाइम पे आ रही थी.
नहीं बाद में भी अभी आपके
हरे कृष्ण. लेट अस सिंग. इट वर्क्स मे बी. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे. नहीं वो उसको ये नहीं है. हमारा जो वायरलेस है ना वो पावर ऑन नहीं हो रहा है. स्पीकर चल रहा है, वायरलेस काम नहीं कर रहा. वहीं पे रखा. हरे कृष्ण. स्पार्किंग ना शायद उसके वजह से हो रहा है. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. ठीक है, लेट अस सी. ओके, देखते क्या होता है. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. ठीक है. Okay, let's bear with whatever it is. हरे कृष्ण. ठीक है. I think when I'm speaking that time it's getting disturbance. Okay, it doesn't likes me maybe. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, अरे कोई बात नहीं, देख लेंगे. Okay. So sometimes we have to accept that I have something shortcomings, and that is the most important barrier in our surrenderance to Krishna also. What it takes to surrender? What does it means by surrenderance? Krishna says surrender karna hai na. So what it takes? So we need eagerness to learn. most important quality that Arjuna had: eagerness to learn. Hmm? And we have to be humble and acknowledge our weakness. Humility is most important. Ego, exactly opposite of the ego is humility. Having a lots of ego and having the humility. मतलब ईगो का तोड़ जो है ना, हिंदी में बोलते तोड़ क्या है ना? The treatment for ego is humility. When we cultivate the habit of humility, then we can win over the ego. You know, we have to take lower position when we have to take the guidance. You know, when just now you can see now we are doing a class. I am sitting on a higher position. You are sitting on a lower position. You know, and you are listening. So when you are listening, you are accepting that yes, this person is going to tell me something important, and you are listening to it. You know? So this is the thing which we take the lower position. We take a lower position to accept something from somebody. Unless we take the lower position, that knowledge will not come at all. You know? That's why we call it as understanding. English word understanding is a very beautiful word for this. You know, understanding. Understanding means you understand. Unless you stand under, you will not understand. One time, you know what happened? बॉटल का जो ढक्कन होता है ना, उसने कंप्लेंट कर दिया. बॉटल्स ढक्कन, दे कंप्लेंट, यू आर गिविंग वाटर टू एवरीवन एंड आई एम ओनली ड्राई हियर. है ना? कृष्णा, आई एम ओनली ड्राई. व्हाई इट इज लाइक ड्राई? द बॉटल आंसर्ड, यू आर ड्राई बिकॉज यू आर नॉट स्टैंडिंग अंडर, यू आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन द टॉप. जब तक हम लोग टॉप पे खड़े रहेंगे ना, हम लोग पैसे रह जाएंगे. है ना? जब तक हम लोग नीचे नहीं आएंगे, वेरी until unless we come down, we don't get the water also. We have to get water, we have to come down. Then only nourishment will start. In front of Guru also, we have to take our lower position only. Then only we can accept instructions from Guru. When we come in front of a Guru, we start giving challenging questions. अरे इसको क्या पता है? ना आजकल schools में होता है. Teacher is teaching something and backside students are doing googling. इसको ऐसा सवाल पूछूंगा. And they will ask some tough question to the teacher. Teacher will get परेशान. अरे क्या है? I'm talking this topic and he's asking question from the next topic, and he has to scold that person, and then he will say, "अरे गुरु को कुछ नहीं आता." This is kind of a teachers. They will become a nuisance in the class. So teachers don't like those students who are asking challenging questions, important questions, and when you have kind of a real doubt and humility, you are asking the doubts. Yes, teacher is ready to answer, and he answers very nicely. And when teacher is pleased with students' humility, he will give full complete knowledge. You know, Dronacharya promised Arjuna that he will make him the best student in the world. Why? He had this quality. He had eagerness to learn. Day and night he was ready. Wherever Guru was going, he was standing there with his open ears. Every word he was absorbing like a sponge. That was Arjuna's quality. And he was humble and ready to accept all the instructions. And that's why Dronacharya accepted Arjuna as the best disciple. And he accepted another example of the disciple is, Dronacharya's another disciple who was the best. Ekalavya. But he accepted him as a worst disciple. Skill-wise, he was better than Arjuna. But he was the best example of student. Ekalavya was the worst example of the student. Why? Because he was going against his Guru's instruction. Whatever Guru says, you don't do this, he will do that only. Even though he had the greatest of the skills, Dronacharya rejected him. You know? That was people. This is a very controversial topic from Mahabharata. They say many people say Dronacharya was bad. He rejected Ekalavya because he was from lower community, and that was not the case actually. He rejected Ekalavya because he was not an obedient student. And precondition for surrender. What it takes to surrender. It lots of courage and humility to accept the failure and one's own weakness. And that's what Arjuna did. And unless we accept that we cannot succeed in the life, we cannot take guidance. Success has many fathers, but failure is orphan. Nobody wants to accept, I fail. Nobody wants to accept. Okay. And then, Actually, Krishna starts giving his instructions. Then, after accepting Krishna, Arjuna says, Krishna, please accept me as your disciple. Now, there, Krishna and Arjuna relationship changes. Before this point, Arjuna and Krishna had relationship of friends. They were best friends. You know? And the friendship level, knowledge transfer will not happen. Something consoling can happen. The topics, the discussion between the words that Krishna speaks, the shlokas Krishna speaks before this point were like a friendly, encouraging. है ना, आपका दोस्त अगर हिम्मत हार जाता है, बोलते हैं अरे कुछ नहीं करो, आगे बढ़ो, आप encourage करते हो, है ना? But that was the attitude of Krishna till this time. But as soon as Arjuna accepts Krishna as his disciple, first word Krishna says is अशोचा अनुशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश भाषा से गतासु न गतासु सब नानुशोचनी पंडिता. He starts scolding. First thing Krishna does after accepting Arjuna as his disciple is scolding. है ना? ये वो गुरु ही क्या जो अपने शिष्य को डांटे नहीं, है ना? गुरु का मतलब ही यही है. The meaning of guru is heavy. It's very tough to accept scolding from somebody's guru. Guru is the one for whom you are ready to give your life also. And that person scolds and that person become upset. That is the situation where you want to die. है ना? अब समझ लो आपका जिसको आप सबसे ज़्यादा प्रेम करते हो वो व्यक्ति आपको डांटने लग जाए. You will feel to die, isn't it? That thing happened with Arjun. So that thing happens when teacher scolds. So first thing Krishna did is to make him humble. He scolds him. What are you thinking is rubbish. What are you talking is rubbish. I know you are talking like, no, I don't want to do a war because it is sin, because this and because that. So many intelligent reasons Arjuna gave. Krishna says all are rubbish. What you have to do? You have to come to the ground and understand from the basics. And he gives the first lesson of any spiritual cult, that is reality or identity. Who I am is the first question. All spiritual cults in India, irrespective of their differences at higher level, basic is this: what is our real identity? Who am I? When we don't understand who am I, the basic till the time we don't understand our position in the world or maybe in the organization, we can't work also. है ना? When we go for the job, company gives us our designation, gives our post, and gives us what identity. Okay, you are the manager, you are the peon, you are the CEO or CFO, this, that, वगैरह, and tells us all these things we have to do. And then we start working with confidence. But we are confused about our role in the organization, we can't work properly. So our identity is must. When our identity is mistaken, confidence goes off. We don't do anything properly. है ना? And when we have false identification, we do everything wrong. है ना? अगर एक मैनेजर है जो प्यून का जॉब करने लगेगा तो that is mistaken identity and company fires him. Krishna says first thing, you have to understand yourself. First lesson of any spirituality is you are not body, you are the soul. ठीक है? The mantra here is what? You are not body, you are soul. Will you say with me? You are not body, you are the soul. It's not clear yet. You are not body, you are the soul. Still not clear. You are not body, you are the soul. That is the first lesson of Bhagwad Gita. And it says here. We'll read this shloka. Dehinosmen yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिर धीरस्तत्र न मोह्यति. Somebody did a translation? Prabhuji said. Mike, ऐसे ही बोल दो भाई.
As the embodied soul continuously passes in the body from bodyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Yeah. Bhagavad Gita is very logical. It doesn't use any illogical thing. We are not body, we are soul is logically explained in this shloka. And it is not today's thing, it is 5,000 years back Krishna is talking to Arjuna. And this is not just one time, it was the logic generations after generation. What Krishna speaks, like we are changing our bodies in this body itself. From birth to youthhood, we change the body. Like this man is holding his photos, his childhood photos, then younghood, then little bit, and then his old age photos. So every photo he is looking different. Have you seen your own photograph when you are a child, baby? है ना? मजा आता है, हंसते हैं उसके ऊपर. We just laugh on it. But that you and right now what you are, they are different. Is it the same body? No, it's different. But still you say this is me only. है ना? Body is changed, but still you are telling this is me only. You ask your mother, has she gone to any store to update you? We go for update, right? iPhone 5 का अपडेट करके लेके आया, iPhone 6 लेके आया, iPhone 6 का 7 हो गया, 7 का 8 हो गया, 8 का 9, 10, 12, 14 अपडेट होते जा रहे हैं. We go to the shop and get updated version of iPhone. Every birthday, अरे your birthday is today, Jai Charan. Today I will go, mother said something like that, I will go and update you today. I will go to shop and get another Jai Charan, 1 year older Jai Charan. And it happened like that? No. We were changing. In the childhood also, mother was calling us Jai Charan only. Now also she is calling Jai Charan only. And she asked, when you ask your mother, mother, what is the day when I changed? She will say, no, you are the same person. Body is changed. Of course, scientifically if you say, our cells will die. Body cells will die. And it will be replaced with some fresh and new cells, tissues. Correct? And every cell is about to die. Every tissues is dying. So scientists have evaluated that every 7 years, our whole body is replaced, fresh. No cell is remaining older. That means our whole body is altered. We are not the same person now. But still we are saying we are the same person. What does that mean? Body is changed, but the person inside it remains the same. है ना? सब कुछ बदल गया है लेकिन आदमी वही है. I am the same person. So that's what. That means we are not the body, we are the soul which is inside. ठीक है? And of course, Vedas mentions that we are not just one body, we have got multiple bodies. So here we are seeing the gross body. The gross body. Gross body is external body, external seeing, external thing that we are seeing, which is made of Pancha Mahabhutas. Pancha Mahabhutas, you know, somebody? 5 elements? 5 elements are Pancha Mahabhutas. And then we have another body which is subtle or Sukshma, which is made of Mana Buddhi and Ahankar. And inside that, we are the soul. That is actually we. So that is we. We are not the body. Whatever we are seeing in the mirror, can you see yourself there in the mirror? You are not seeing yourself in the mirror. You are seeing just the body. You are inside it somewhere. That's what Krishna says, Ruddeshe Stishtati. We are staying in our heart region. Okay? The soul is in this. Now we are understanding what is the qualities of the soul. Then Krishna starts explaining what is the qualities of that, our reality. The quality of the soul is Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. We'll sing the shloka. Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. Nainam Dahati Pavakaha. Nachainam Kledayantyapo. Na Shoshayati Marutaha. Somebody can read the translation.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by the fire, nor moistened by the water, nor withered by the wind.
So these are the qualities of the soul. Soul has different qualities, and these are the references from Bhagwad Gita. Every shloka talks about this. Soul cannot be cut. Soul cannot be. Soul is individual. It cannot be divided. Soul is unborn. It doesn't have birth. It doesn't have death. Soul is indestructible and eternal, and soul is immeasurable. We cannot have the measurement for the soul. You can say, what is the dimension of the soul? This is nothing can be said like that. There is no dimension, because soul is beyond any material calculation. Soul cannot be burned, cannot be dried, cannot be wet. That means soul doesn't have any effect of material elements on it. And influence of the soul pervades whole body. So even though soul is very minute, it has effect right from the tip of the toe, tip of the toe to the hair. Everywhere it shows its presence. So soul, even though it is minute, it can run whole body. We have seen the bulldozer, right? Bulldozer dekha hai humne? The big bulldozer. And man inside it. Who is the more powerful? Man is powerful or bulldozer powerful? बुलडोजर में बहुत ज़्यादा पावर होती है भाई. फाइट कर रहा था बुलडोजर की मैन की, है ना. बुलडोजर मोर पावर, बट मैन इनसाइड सिटिंग इट कैन रन होल कंट्रोल. ही कैन कंट्रोल इट, है ना. So that means man is more powerful than the bulldozer, because bulldozer is dead matter. It needs somebody to be running it. So without soul, body has no existence. It's dead matter. Soul goes inside it, it starts becoming active. है ना. Living body is little light, but dead body is little heavy, right? So it makes body to be floating. It makes body alive. Na? The consciousness. The conclusion is, the spirit soul is eternal, and that's the qualities of the soul. And then again, another corollary of this comes the reincarnation. If soul is indestructible, what happens after death? The question is there. Then Krishna gives this logic. Will read this shloka? Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmat apariharyerthe natvam shochitum arhasi. Translation, Prabhuji say.
For one who has taken his birth, death is certain. And for one who is dead, birth is certain. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duties, you should not.
Yes, come. He is there. Okay. So reincarnation is another concept here related to the soul. The soul is not dying. Then what happens when we die? We take another body. We are just changing the body. As like previously we have seen, like we are changing the bodies within this body itself, like a boy to youth, youth to old age to when we are dying, we are just a swift change from one body to another. The change that we are seeing right now is so swift. Similar swift change will happen when we change from one body to another body. That change also will be very swift. And then also we carry whatever sanskaras are taken in this body to another body. So this is the idea of incarnation. It happens very, very logically and very, very calculated way. Whatever karmas we have taken in this birth, that will decide what kind of body we are going to take into in the next life. So, there is a very, very logical understanding about it. Why reincarnation is truth. Many people they don't believe, अरे किसने देखा है अगले जन्म में क्या होता है ना? But it's very logical. So whatever actions, laws of karma explains it. Maybe other sects or other religions, they don't accept the laws of karma, and that's why they don't accept the reincarnation also. Because laws of karma explains very easily how a soul takes another birth or maybe another body, another life. They think that there is only one life. We are suffering. We are suffering because of so many different karmas that we have done. And these karmas pass from one life to another life also. A child, is a simple example we can take it up. A small child is suffering because of some diseases. We may say कि whatever karma we do, we suffer for that. You know, do whatever you do, you have to suffer for that. Whatever actions we do, we have to suffer for that. So similarly, if we have, if we say take an example of a small child, if he is having some disease, what kind of karma he has done? उसने तो जिंदगी अपनी शुरू ही नहीं की रही है. Then what kind of karma he has got? So that he has got so many diseases and all these things. Explanation comes with the laws of karma. The laws of karma states whatever karmas his child has done, performed in the previous lives, they are carried forward. You know, like some child, as our children are born with some disease, amputated limb or something like that. Why it is happening like that? You know, so it happens like that. And whenever it says like whatever karmas we are doing, and if we don't get punished for that, and what happens to those karmas? They take us, they hound us, or they trace us into our next birth also. And punishment comes. The laws of karma is very stringent and they are very perfect. They don't leave anybody. दुनिया के कानून से आप बच जाओगे, लेकिन प्रकृति के कानून से आप नहीं बच पाओगे. That is very strict. And so this was the second concept of Bhagwad Gita. And yes, there are so many concepts. The second chapter is very big, and their corollaries different for that. But we are going to stop here now. So based on these two concepts of our two bodies, what are the different duties that we have to do, that we have to understand. These concepts we'll learn into our next session, next week. So till now, do you have any questions? Yep.
They say death was like a event, when we are supposed to die, it's already written or something like that. So in any case, can that be changed? Because once this, like you said, change of body is very swift. Means if we die in this body, immediately another body somewhere else is created for us. Is it like that or?
Yeah. Whatever karmas that we are doing in this life, when we are in this body, that will decide what kind of action, what kind of a body you are going to get. You know, it's very simple. You know, you do a rental agreement with your owner. Okay? And after the particular period, you have to give up the house and go to another house. And how you take another house? Based on your financial situation. If the financial situation is good, you will get a better house. If your financial situation is bad, you will go to the smaller house. Like that, our karmas will decide what kind of body we can afford. Simple.
One doubt I had related to this only. Some people, like you said, quitting. Some people voluntarily they give up the body. Let's say he's supposed to live 50 years, but he gives up his body at the age of 20, 25. So for such a person, what will happen? Because his tenure is still not over, right? But he voluntarily quits at early.
So then is a punishment. The body is a gift of God. Our body is a gift of God. And when we reject the gift of God, God will like it? No. Body doesn't belong to us. It is given by somebody else for some particular purpose. Like you go to company as a driver, and company gives you a bike or maybe car to drive for some purpose. And what you do? You just dash it. What will happen? Company will put you into, what you will do? You have to pay for it or they will send you to jail. अरे क्या तुम कंपनी का प्रॉपर्टी खराब कर रहे हो, है ना? Something will happen. That kind of thing will happen when somebody destroys this gift of God. He will get punished. Okay. So this is what happens when we do something nonsense, we'll get punished. And this is the biggest nonsense when somebody quits the body. ठीक है?
बाइक को भी परेशान
वो इमेज में इस तरह की बॉडी दिखाया गया, एक तो मृत्यु के समय ये बॉडी खत्म हो जाता है, फिर एक सूक्ष्म बॉडी होता है, बाद में तो फिर ये सूक्ष्म बॉडी का क्या होता है?
सूक्ष्म शरीर जो बना हुआ रहता है वो मन बुद्धि अहंकार का बना रहता है. When we die, डेथ जब होती है, when we die, that time ये बाहर का शरीर जो है वो नष्ट हो जाता है. But सूक्ष्म शरीर, it will retain. And whenever we take another birth, another body, This Sukshma Sharir, along with the soul inside it, they will transfer from one body to another. वो हमेशा ट्रैवल होते रहते हैं, और जब तक हम लोग इस भौतिक जगत में हैं, ये सूक्ष्म शरीर हमेशा हमारे साथ रहेगा, वो नष्ट नहीं होता है. दैट विल नॉट गेट डिस्ट्रॉयड.
ओके, वहाँ पे एक शब्द लिखा था लिबरेशन, वो सूक्ष्म बॉडी से लिबरेशन को कैसे मिले?
हाँ, जब लिबरेशन हो जाती है ना, तो सूक्ष्म शरीर छोड़ना पड़ता है हमें. मन बुद्धि अहंकार इधर ही रह जाता है, और बाद में हम लोग शुद्ध आत्मा जो होती है वो आध्यात्मिक जगत में चली जाती है. दैट इज लिबरेशन. टिल लिबरेशन यू विल रिटेन दैट सूक्ष्म शरीर, तब तक साथ में रहेगा आपके वो, है ना. तो भौतिक शरीर जो है वो बार बार बदलते जाएगा, बट आध्यात्मिक शरीर सूक्ष्म शरीर जो है वो हमेशा रहता है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स whenever we go to the spiritual world, we get their आध्यात्मिक शरीर there, we get a spiritual body, and वो बॉडी में वहाँ पे हम लोग एक्टिविटी करते हैं.
तो प्रभु जी, ये जो अभी श्लोका था, इसमें लास्ट वर्ड था, you should not lament. इसके लिए lament नहीं करें.
हाँ, देखो, इट्स वेरी सिंपल, है ना. जब किसकी मृत्यु हो जाती है, हम लोग दुख करते हैं ना. सो दैट लेमेंटेशन कृष्णा से इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. No, sometimes some people, they see that their near and dear one is dead, and they lose the hope of life. जीने की इच्छा भी नष्ट हो जाती है. That Krishna saying is not required. And Arjuna was thinking that only. If I shoot arrows on Bhishma, Bhishma will die. है ना. But actually Pitama Bhishma is not going to die. He's just going to change his body. He's an old man. He will get another fresh body somewhere else. है ना. So that's what in Krishna is telling, don't worry. You just do your duty. Don't worry about that they're losing their body or not.
Also, like, they're all good souls, so there's a chance they can go to the spiritual world.
Yeah. Anybody who dies into the battlefield, they are supposed to go to Swarga only. Yes, bro.
How do we know that we have achieved the liberation, or the other person has achieved liberation? How do we know?
See, how we can understand somebody has achieved liberation? His life itself will tell. If he has done so many sins in his life, there is no chance that he will get liberation. But of course, he has lived a saintly life, and while chanting, while living, he has remembered Krishna. He remembers Krishna. That means he has got liberation. So this is a simple test. If I am able to remember Krishna at the time of death, yes, then I will go to the spiritual world. If not, then I will stay back here only. But basic way is to understand whether this person is going to get good marks in the IIT exams or not. We have to see whether he is studying right now or not. And अच्छे से पढ़ाई करेगा तो हाँ, definitely there is chance that he will get into IIT. So see his previous life, what life he is living, and his nature, his character. You can definitely understand whether he is going to get liberation or not.
And what is the life cycle of the soul? Like, can you immediately go into another body, or
What happens after death? Yeah.
like the soul can immediately take another body, or is it has to wait for some time? Like, it has to undergo the punishments for the sins which it has made.
Yeah, actually what is there? If somebody has done a very very wrong, मतलब बहुत ही गंदे काम किए उसने जिंदगी में, है ना, and these, whatever wrong things we have done or whatever right thing we have done, we get reactions into our next birth. Okay, it's carried on. Okay, but sometimes it happens that we have done so much wrong things that next birth is not sufficient, so that जो कर्मा जो होते हैं ना, उसको होलसेल में निपटाने के लिए हमें नरक में भेजा जाता है. Then they send to the hellish planets, and they will finish all this karma. Okay, ठीक है, now it is bearable. Bearable जो कर्मा होते हैं, जो कर्मा which we can bear in this body. Okay, ठीक है, इतना कम हो गया ना, ठीक है, इसको भेज दो फिर. Then he goes to the another body. Till the time we have to suffer. So that is the concept of hell actually, and then we have to wait till the time. If you have not done all these things, okay, then Yamraj will say, okay, just send it to next body. Immediately after something, there is a 10 years it is mentioned into Garud Purana somewhere. 15 days he has to go away, and there's some decision will happen, and he will get another body like that. So 15 days. That's why we do 15 days Sutta Vagara, all these things, right? So that is a 10 year people have to wait. And going there also it takes time. It's not so. Swarga Loka is not so near. Not Swarga. We have to go to Yamaraj place actually. And of course, it is also mentioned in Bhagavatam that somebody who has at least chanted Krishna's name once, or you have touched Bhagwad Gita at least once in a lifetime, you will not go to Yamaraj place. So whoever sitting here is for sure they will not see Yamaraj. Have you chanted Hare Krishna at least once? And then don't worry about it. So you'll get another next body immediately. A human body only, okay.
Because Yamaraj, Yamaraj,
Huh.
the person who follows dharma, nothing problem in meeting him.
Yeah, true. You meet in a good place, but not into his courtroom. है ना? He will meet, but ठीक है.
I have a question related to this topic. Like we have slogan ना नैनो छिदन्ति शस्त्राणि. हमारी आत्मा को काट नहीं सकते, जला नहीं सकते. तो how like आत्मा will get punishment?
Yeah, how Atma gets punishment, difficult, that's a question. See, how you are suffering right now, अगर आपको कुछ चुभ हो जाए, सुई चुभोते तो आपको पेन होता है ना. Who is feeling the pain? Body is feeling, but what soul is going through? Soul is experiencing it. Body is suffering, but experience are going to the soul. So like that, when you go to the Yamaloka or maybe that hellish planets, you will get that punishment body. With that punishment body, you will suffer and you will experience those pains. कष्ट शरीर मिलता है, हाँ, अंगूठे शरीर मिलता है, इतना ही होता है. So we get those bodies to suffer, है ना. वहाँ पे जाने के वो पर्टिकुलर शरीर मिलता है, उसमें मरेंगे नहीं हम लोग, but we'll suffer.
So Prabhuji, until our karmas is not clear, we'll be taking the rebirth. So when is the last birth? I mean, it means that when we have cleared all our karmas, then that will be our last birth.
See, it's very complicated. Till the time we are here, we'll keep on generating karmas. एक के बाद एक. One karma is a link kind of thing. One karma you do, you take another karma, and while doing that another karma, you generate another karma. This is links. So it will never happen that you are zero karma करके. But there is scope. You say, अरे प्रभु फिर scope क्या है liberation का? There is a scope for liberation. That is a process of bhakti. When you do bhakti, then only it is possible that you are waived out all these karmas. No, who can grant you the escape from the jail? President. So you have to talk to the president. Okay, President Prabhu, please liberate me. Write a letter, mercy plea, and then he will write. Okay, grant. Okay, go out. We have to write a mercy plea. And how we are writing mercy plea? By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay? This is bhakti is the process where that becomes possible. Otherwise, there is no way that we can get free from those cycles.
Actually, I was just going through this chapter Duka, Shloka 19, where it is mentioned that killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable. Now there is a concept of euthanasia, wherein the person he asks for help in dying because of some medical problems. So is this correct? I mean, how will this be classified as per the shloka?
इसमें कोई डेथ के टाइम मतलब किसी की ओल्ड एज या कुछ भी हो जाता है और वो चाहता है कि मतलब वो मेडिकल प्रॉब्लम इतनी हो जाती है कि डॉक्टर्स बोलते हैं कि इनको मतलब मारना सही है जो भी है.
And sometimes people do that abortion kind of thing. So they kill the baby in the womb itself. They say, अरे उसे तो जन्म भी नहीं लिया, मारने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? And all these things questions. They are logical questions. But Bhagavad Gita mentions that life is there already. Maybe the dying body, which is there into coma for a long time and all these things. The question of euthanasia and all. So why somebody goes into that kind of situation, state, comatose state, or maybe of some state which is vegetative and all. So this is because they have done such a kind of a gruesome acts in their lives. They are suffering for those. And what will happen if you kill them? He's begging, oh, kill me. For example, you take the simple example, logical. Somebody in the jail. Anybody is happy in the jail? No. What is the solution? Take him out of the jail. How? छेद कर दो दीवार में, निकालो बाहर उसको, भगा लो उसको वहाँ से, है ना? Is it right? What government will do? Will catch him again and put him into a situation where he will suffer, and he will catch you also. Because you are helping this person to escape. है ना? So it's very wrong. Logically it's wrong. So but of course it is not so straightforward. So we have to see person to person, perspective to perspective, case to case, we have to understand whether it is logical, is applicable or not applicable. But grossly, I'm telling this answer. Ki bhai, yeah, this is not right. When a child in the womb, that also cannot be killed because life has taken form there. So we don't have any right to kill it. Even though लोग बोलते हैं कि अरे baby is not developed and this and that, can we kill it and all? The question, it depends on us. Vedas mention that every sin, every action, there is a reaction. But how much depends on the situation to situation.
As far as baby is concerned, Prabhuji, I feel that the soul has already taken place. I mean, the body comes later on, but it's the soul which comes first. But as far as a person who is like, old person or someone who is suffering because he has got so many medical problems, if he is asking like, I want to die or whatever the doctor is, that is also wrong. Actually.
It's wrong. Look, grossly it is wrong. It's somebody, of course, in this situation, what we can do, at least we can try to ease their situation. Somebody is hungry and begging food into the street. You cannot say, "Arey, you are suffering because of your karma. Suffer. Don't beg. I will not going to give anything to you." This is not right. It becomes our duty to help him in his karma, whatever situation he has got. Help him a little bit. Charity you do, food charity you do, whatever way you can ease his situation little bit. You will get punya definitely, and Krishna will love it. Because my kids are staying together happily and we are cooperating with each other. So it is expected. Krishna loves it when you help others into their karma and their suffering and all these things. Yeah, this is perfectly acceptable. But killing him, that is completely unacceptable. Yeah.
Bhakti Swami Maharaj, he was suffering from prostate cancer, but he didn't opt for any this. At the last year also, this suffering is getting a boon to me, that I am chanting this holy name in a way that I should cry for Krishna. So in the last year also, he was going on this.
This is how devotees see the suffering. When they themselves are suffering, they find it as an opportunity to remember Krishna. This is a higher principle. Okay. Any more questions? We'll take it up again the next session, because this session is not complete. Next week we'll do.
I had a doubt, when it comes to pure devotees, most of their, all of their karma is good. They don't really have any sinful reactions, right? So then, why is it that sometimes we see very exalted devotees like Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, they go through a lot of bodily pain?
Yeah. There's a different reasoning for that. Why senior devotees or maybe why exalted devotees suffer? Prahlad Maharaj suffered, Pandavas suffered, Kunti Maharani suffered. They were Krishna's relatives. So they were sinless actually, you can say. But Krishna wanted to exhibit some kind of a lesson for all of us. That's why they are going through. Actually, this Prahlad Maharaj and Pandava, they were not feeling the suffering at all. Whatever situation were there, they were all okay for that. Arjuna didn't wanted to fight this war at all. He was really very happy to stay in jungle and all these things. He was not hankering for the palatial life and all these things. They were happy. But Krishna put them into a situation so that we can learn the lesson how a devotees behave in the difficulties. It's lessons for us, not for them. It's not they are not suffering through the karma.
Really, it can be like past life karmas must remain to be suffered.
That's for us. That is for us.
Yeah.
For at our level, we can say that again my past life karmas are getting off. That's right. But exalted devotees, they are sinless. Okay, we'll stop here. Yeah. We can we take this question offline? Maybe we can ask me personally. Okay, because we have another program waiting. Okay. So let's go ahead to this. If you have any questions, you can talk to me personally after taking prasadam, while taking prasadam and all. But now we have here another very exalted devotees. Prabhuji, please come forward, Prabhuji. We'll introduce him. Yeah, please chair. Introduce him. Please come, Prabhuji.
Life suffer.
Prabhuji, come. Please.
Hare Krishna. We have a very important guest today. So, His Grace Sadachari Prabhu. He is a very senior devotee and he has come all the way from Delhi, and he is also very much special and exalted devotee, as well as he is very senior in teaching Hindustani music. So he is teaching for last 20 years, and he have an institute called SMA, Sadachari Music Academy. He started in the year 2015, and he has a lot of his students in Bangalore, and he has come here actually like after Corona, like even my daughters, two daughters also his student. So lot of students in Bangalore, they take online. Online Prabhu takes for all over the world. He has students all over the world. So he had come here to train them physically. So and then also we got the opportunity to have him here, and so their team is going to perform Kirtan now. Now that's the program. And coming to his thing, that he teaches Mirdanga, Tabla, harmonium, and vocal in his institute. And also now we are teaching both classical and semi-classical dance, guitar, and flute. So those who are interested can, after the program, can contact Prabhu. And if you are interested, you can put the kids in the class also. So now I think in Bangalore, Prabhu has around some 15 to 20 students also already.
Right, so the team will come now here, we'll set up, we'll sing and drown us into the nectar of holy name. So this is a time for all of us to just get absorbed in Krishna Kirtana. This is the first time experience for all of us here now in particularly.